Good morning. It is January 12th, Street Date Tuesday. Yoo-hoo! Now, I've been promising a lot of good books, and yeah, we got them. So let's start with the big event. Today we have Angie Thomas's new book, Signed First Editions, Concrete Rose. This is a prequel to The Hate U Give, and it's the story of Star's father and how he moved from being a big force on the streets to having a son, and then deciding it was time and he wanted to move in a different direction. So this is highly anticipated, highly reviewed, and exciting. Okay. Now, some paperbacks. We have The Perfect Guest. She wrote, this is by the author of The Au Pair, and this sounds fantastic. An actress, a struggling actress, trying to get ends meet. She takes a job where she goes to a grand estate, and she has costumes and outfits and a role to play. Something seems off, let's just say that. It just sounds like great suspense. We wish you luck. Paperback. Now in paperback, best books of 2020, a group of college students and the rivalries and relationships they're in. They are in creative writing, and I guess that's enough to talk about rivalries right there. Dead to Her, now in paperback. Listen to this. Marriage can be murder. Something old, something new. Something you can never, ever undo. Sounds wonderful. The Historians, a novel of World War II. This sounds like a great addition to the historical fiction because it has some elements of thriller and fast pace to it. Now, also in paperback, Little Gods. Coyotes of Carthage. If you like to read political fiction, this is your book. This is your book. I'll leave it right there. All right. In hardback, Melanie Benjamin's new book, The Children's Blizzard. If you like historical fiction, then this is your book. Two teachers, sisters, in the 1880s. It talks about when this surprise blizzard hits the Midwest, and teachers have to decide what to do to protect their children. Do they send them home now? Do they keep them? Do they have the supplies to keep them in place? And these two sisters who are at different schools, and the decisions they make, just engrossing reading. All right, we have The Captive by Fiona King Foster. Y'all, if you read Winter's Bone, if you like Cormac McCarthy, The Road, yeah. So this, and Bearskin by McLaughlin. This is really a novel for the times right now. It's set in a secessionist state in current times, but a sense of the Old West, the sensibility of that. And a fugitive, an escaped convict, comes and attacks the farm where the main protagonist and her family is. So it has a lot to talk about in terms of what's going on, what we're faced with, who are we. Fascinating reading. Let's skip around a little bit. We have, if you want something gentler and softer and thoughtful for these times, now in paperback is Robert Haas's Summer Snow. He's the winner of the Pulitzer Prize for poetry. Just beautiful material. We have Julia Cameron's The Listening Path, a new guide to creative and personal transformation. You know she's going to bring good things to it. If things are getting you down, getting it done when you're depressed, strategies for keeping your life on track, even when things seem to come out from nowhere. Now, 101 Things I Learned in Film School. Amber Ruffin. You'll never believe what happened to Lacey with Lacey Lamar. So Amber Ruffin is on the Seth Meyers late show, and she's hilarious, but she's also very, very insightful. So this is going to have a lot to say in a really relatable way. If you want to learn more about Southern history, if you want to learn more about civil rights history, Vietnam War history and protests, Georgia state politics, this is the book for you, Julian Bond's Time to Teach. This does so much, I can't really do it justice right now in terms of the scope of what's covered, but it is big endorsements by Ibram Kendi, Douglas Brinkley, Dave Matthews, Angela Davis. This is a window and depth that if you are studying any of those subjects, this would augment your studies or your interest beautifully. We have now in paperback, mass market, Elizabeth George, A Banquet of Consequences. If you know, you know. She delivers the goods. And FYI, The Likeness by Tana French, the second in her Dublin Murder Squad, now in mass market. Let's see. Where are we? Here we go. Hill Women, nonfiction by an Appalachian lawyer. And it is a fierce celebration of Appalachian women and the women who brought her up. She has 2 Ivy League degrees, and she is bringing these stories to light. If you liked or were moved by If the Creek Don't Rise, Hillbilly Elegy, this is the thing for you. I'm building up to a big, big climax here. All right, Dark Towers about the Deutsche Bank. We have Cosmic Health, Unlock Your Healing Magic with Astrology, Positive Psychology, and Integrative Wellness, because why not? It's 2021. If it hasn't worked before, maybe this is the year to try something new. And here it is. Here is the big event, at least in my eyes. George Saunders' new book. The special effects. Woo, 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 woo. All right, this is a masterclass on writing, reading, and life. He looks at 4 Russian authors who, Tolstoy, Turgenev, Gogol, I hope I did that justice, and Chekhov. So this is the material he used in the classroom at Syracuse when he was teaching. So this is a treat for George Saunders fans, Russian literature fans, just good writing fans. This is obviously highly anticipated, and it will not let you down. So that's some of what we have today. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next Tuesday, I hope.